Guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing a new look Miami Heat rebuild in NBA 2K25. So, guys, I'm trying to do teams that are probably done with their offseason at this point, and I waited for the Miami Heat may fill up that last roster spot or may make another trade, but they haven't done that yet. So today, if something does happen, we're definitely gonna do another rebuild about it. But we are doing a new look Miami Heat rebuild in NBA 2K25. So. The Miami Heat really didn't do much in the offseason. I expected them to do more, but at least they made a trade, right? They went ahead and traded for Norman Powell. It didn't cost much at all. They only traded like Kevin Love, I believe so. And it's really, I believe they traded like Kevin Love and maybe a second round pick for him. I actually have to go back to the trade if it's still there. But I really think they only traded like Kevin Love. Oh, yeah. So it was a three-team trade. They traded, so the Clippers traded Norman Powell to the Miami Heat. And yeah, all they traded was, I believe, they traded Kyle Anderson and Kevin Love for Norman Powell, which is obviously a steal. If you only trade that to get Norman Powell, do that. But will Norman Powell come off the bench or start for the Miami Heat? I really don't know. Is Norman Powell a good defender? In two cases, he a B plus perimeter defender. But if he is, I guess you could run next to Hero. But me personally, I think it may make more sense. Norman Powell isn't a good defender. I think it made more sense to play Hero at the two and start Davion Mitchell, have Norman Powell play the bench. This is my personal opinion, but I don't know. What do you guys think? And then obviously Andrew Wiggins was the guy I brought up in trade rumors. They ended up not trading him. The Lakers were interested. The Bucks were interested. They just didn't budge to trade him. Well, we'll see if that ends up haunting them. But obviously, when I re-signed Davion Mitchell, they were close to trading Terry Rozier, apparently from Marcus Smart. They didn't think it was worth the trade Rozier for Marcus Smart, though, which is interesting. And then they signed and traded, obviously, Duncan Robinson to the Miami Heat or to the Detroit Pistons for Samal Fontecchio, and they went ahead and drafted Kasperi Yakachonis. They have Vlad Goldman on the two-way. They have Myron Garner on the two-way, and they have Kashad Johnson to a standard deal. So, yeah, obviously, not the most exciting offseason in the world. They missed out on their superstar and Kevin Durant, obviously. KD, they probably could have traded for that. Would have made some sense for them, but it ended up not happening. But, okay, rotation heading into the season. They want to bench Tyler Hero. For some reason, 2K always wants to bench Tyler Hero. Don't understand. Obviously, that's not going to happen. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start Tyler Hero. Why wouldn't he start? I don't know why 2K always wants to bench him for Davion Mitchell. Well, it makes no ever since they got Norman Powell, he's always coming off the bench. But today, it's not going to happen. We're going to have Tyler Hero. I know he came off the bench at one point of his career, but he's not really the six-man type of guy anymore. It'd be crazy to see him come off the bench. But Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware, Andrew Wiggins. I feel like they're going to start Andrew Wiggins over Jaime Jaquez. So, yeah, something like this where we have Davion Mitchell, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, and then Pell Larson as your nine-man rotation. We could like a 10th man to somebody, but I'm cool with how this is looking like. And then shot tendencies, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. I want Tyler Hero to score the ball. I mean, he's probably going to have to at this point. Then Norman Powell, in mind, him pushing his shot tendency a little bit up there as well. So we obviously traded for him and then Wiggins. So something like that. Then I'll see you guys at the deadline. Hopefully for us to be really active to get a really good player on this roster because obviously the Heat have missed out on every single superstar. We're at the trade lines. We're 27 and 23 on this season. Obviously, we're active some superstars, man. We're mid, but we're still the fourth seed knowing how weak the Eastern Conference is. And this would be our year to take advantage of this, right? Get a championship, knowing how East the week is. It's finally time for us to make a move using all these salaries that we have. It's finally time for us to get that superstar, man. And I'm not moving the trade line until we trade for somebody. We're trading for a player. So I would love to get LaMelo Ball. Honestly, that would probably be my dream scenario. He's 24 years old. He would fit the timeline next to Tyler Hero. So I would absolutely love to get LaMelo Ball on this team. We'll see if we can pull that off. That is one of my targets. Another option I had in mind, or is there any other options? I mean, so LaMelo might be the number one option. I guess Ja Morant will be interesting too. They're rebuilding. If we can don't offer at Ja, usually it's really hard to pull off a Ja Morant trade, but I feel like we could do it if they're rebuilding. If we give them a good enough package, Ja Morant, I guess, could be available. And then, obviously, maybe we can go off for Jaylen Brown. But as I said, his salary is really big, and I don't know if he'll be able to pull that off. He's not untouchable, which is interesting. But, yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to pull that off. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. Darius Garland is on the trade block, but that's somebody I really wouldn't want, honestly. I don't think he moves the needle for us. And then, yeah, so, like I said, LaMelo Ball, then I guess my like a dream scenario would be playing like the best players in the league, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know if we could pull Giannis off, but I absolutely love to get him on this roster. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where he will play though. I guess we'd have to trade Khalil Ware or something like that to get Giannis, which I would be opposed to doing. But I'm gonna throw my first trade offer up there. Okay, I actually didn't expect the Memphis Grizzlies to agree to this trade, but yes, we just got Ja freaking Morant. The reason why they couldn't to agree to it, most recording at the time, because they never agreed to Ja Morant trade. I think I was gonna have to trade for LaMelo Ball or somebody else again, but we got Ja Morant. We went ahead and traded Norm Powell, Davion Mitchell, Jaime Hawkins, our 2026 unprotected, our 2030 unprotected, and a second round pick swap for Ja Morant, Ken Spencer, and Jock Landale. So I went ahead and moved Norman Powell to small forwards. This deal could go through as well, so that's absolutely amazing. He was having a pretty good season, but this makes the Memphis Grizzlies a rebuilding team to take on the expiring contract of Norman Powell. One thing we also kept is Terry Rozier's money, which is something I didn't want to do. But now we have Tyler Hero and John Morant as our future backlots. They're both 26 years old, Bam being 26, 28. It helps the timeline as well. So I absolutely love that trade. That's the best guy we could have gotten, in my opinion. So welcome to the team, John Morant. Yakachonos will be our future backup, but yeah, I'm also going to see if I can still trade Rozier. Obviously, there's still more work to do with this team, but our rotation now would be Ja, Hero, Wiggins, Bam, and Cole, where is a great starting five. The bench is definitely a question mark, but I'm still going to see if we can try and trade Terry Rozier before we obviously go to the playoffs. Nikola Jokic wins the MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, six-man Isaiah Collier. But at the end of the season, we finished off John Morant making All-NBA second team. Really excited to see what Ja could do with here in Miami. We ended up being the number 7 seed, which I'm not mad at. There's a lot of work to do with this roster still. We'll figure it out. We had 29 from John Morant. He upped his points per game. 23 from Tyler Hero. At about almost 20 from Bam, at about 12.5 from Wiggins. I think we'll trade Wiggins in the offseason like an opt-in trade. I'm gonna opt into it, and then we're gonna. I know we can like get him for cheaper, but I think I'd rather trade him to get either an upgrade, or I think I'd rather. Yeah, we're probably gonna trade him in the offseason to get a better bench. So like, yeah, so probably like a 2-for-1 type of deal. 10 from Chloe, 8 from Nikola Jovic. We have 5 from Pell Larson. Obviously, we'll figure out the bench later, but this season I really don't care what happens. If we lose, we'll be back. If we win, then we'll obviously be ecstatic. Obviously, the East. It's nothing to joke about this year. It's really weak. So we'll see if we can make it all the way. We got Chicago in round one, though. I mean, round one of the play-in tournament, obviously. We beat the Chicago Bulls. Yes, we can. Just like that, we're in the playoffs. And we got the Detroit Pistons. So our pick will not be a lottery pick to the Memphis Grizzlies now, which is great. Okay. So Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, Karis LeVert, Marcus Sasser, Ron Holland Stewart, and Chaz. Obviously, it's a good team. We'll see if we can beat them. In round one, we are going to go ahead and sweep them. I did not expect to do that, but it happened. Okay, if we could beat the Knicks, I like our chances. Knicks are obviously a top-tier team in the East. They are a better team than us right now, so we'll see if we can take them down. It'll be difficult. They even got better adding Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele. They also signed D'Anthony Melton. Shout out to them. Game one, they're going to take. Game two, they're going to take. Yeah, as I said, this team is way better than us. We sweep the Pistons, then literally the Knicks sweep us right back. So the Knicks are going to face off. They're going to win the championship. The New York Knicks are going to win the championship. Shout out to them. They beat Dallas. LeBron James will retire. Love to bring him back to Miami, but obviously that's not happening. But yeah, Steph Curry also trying. End of an era, dude. If all these guys retire, that's the absolute end of an era. But heading into the draft lottery, we can see where our pick lands. I don't think we have a pick till like 2030 for sure. But the Wizards will get 1, Kings will get 2. Our pick is gonna go ahead and be the number 16th pick. I can get away with that, trading 16 for John Morant and more. So yeah, we don't own our 2027 pick. I don't think we do. And then it's lottery protected, so likely we won't be in the lottery. So I guess, and then we do have our 2028 pick. So we have a 2028 pick, but it's not tradable. So we have a 2029 protected pick to trade in this offseason. So we're obviously gonna have to be called. I would have loved to trade Terry Rozier, but there was really no offers. Man, nobody wanted him, which makes sense. I mean, who would want that kind of? But he's gone. I just won't have to worry about that. But like I said, I do want to see if I can go and have an opt. I was gonna have a pick in the draft. I'm gonna skip right through it at this point. So yeah, I do want to see if we can do like an opt-in trade for Andrew Wiggins. We're gonna opt into that $3 million team so we can trade him right away to get a better bench. So that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like a lot of teams will want Andrew Wiggins again. So we're gonna opt in obviously Chloe Ware and Pell Larson as well. And then Vlad, Keshad Johnson, and Nikola Jovic will extend a qualifying offer too.
We'll probably just go and renounce his cap hold here so we get rid of that. Cap money, Highsmith. We're not probably not bringing any guys back. And we'll keep these. We might resign to another two-way contract or something, and then we'll probably won't resign Jock Landau. So we'll go and get rid of him as well. Apron space. We are below the second apron, so we are available to combine salaries and make trades. That's why I do want to go and trade Andrew Wiggins now. For obviously a better bench. That's what we're going to try and do. Trying to find an Andrew Wiggins trade is really hard. You know, he's making $30 million, and I'm gonna try. Like, who would really need like a 3 and D type of player at this point? So I mean, probably the whole league, but you know what I mean. So let's see. So like maybe I mean, who would the Lakers give me? Like I don't really. I mean, I guess I don't really want anybody. Maybe Orlando. They have a bunch of role players, guys on big deals that I may want to get off them. So could Wendell Carter make some sense? Wendell Carter and who else? Like Wendell Carter and who else would I have interest in that team? Maybe Isaac or Jet Howard. Like those are two guys. Jet Howard's in the last year of his rookie deal. We'll have to pay him. But getting guys like Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaac would be nice, I guess. But they would give us better depth, which is nice. But are those the guys we really want to go after? So Indiana has a lot of good role players. So would they be wanting to give me like Obi Toppin and Aaron Neesmith? I doubt it. Would they want to really ruin their depth the year Halliburton comes back? Most likely not. So who else? I mean, so all I remember is the Bucks have an interest in Andrew Wiggins. That's really it. Trying to remember who else maybe. Detroit. Nah. Let's see who else could maybe want. I guess Phoenix could use, like I said, a 3D wing. So who could we get from them? I mean, plus they don't really have any like good. They have like aging role players, and then Minnesota, maybe Golden State would be interested in a reunion with him, probably. But okay, I think I'm gonna go on the trade finder and see what offers we can get for Wiggins. So let's say we trade like him, Andrew Wiggins, and Cam Spencer. Like, what could we get for those two? So Max shoots and Lonzo Ball. This would be nice. I mean, yeah, I think we could possibly do this. So we get a really good role player, Max Shoots, bring him back to Cleveland. We get Lonzo Ball. I like the idea of that, but we'll keep looking. Alexander Walker, Kobe Buffkin, Con Canepo is really being offered to me straight up, which is crazy. OG and Anobi will be a better fit in the 2K sim. But while the Knicks want to do this, how they just won the championship, it really makes no sense. Actually, no, OG Anobi isn't good in the 2K sim. I don't know why I just said that. Wendell Carter Jonathan is really being offered me, and Obi Toppin, and TJ McConnell. I mean, and okay, Dylan Brooks and Grayson Allen, and then Nas Reed, Donovan Clingan. Okay, what if we just trade Andrew Wiggins straight up? What can we get for him? So, I'm going to make this interesting. So I think, yeah, we're really being offered Neesmith and Obi Toppin. So which one do you want to do? The Pacers trade or the Magic trade? I low-key want to do this Indiana Pacers trade. We get Neesmith, we get Obi Toppin, two really good players that can play the bench or start for me. I'm going to do this trade. So I don't know whether the Pacers would do this, but they were offering me this trade. Obi Top will be a good backup power forward for us to have in the Aaron Neesmith can either start or play the bench. We'll figure that out really soon. But yeah, we do that. Shut off some money as well, a little bit. The Pacers that can obviously get below whatever apron they were on last. I don't know why they would do this, but they were offering me that, and obviously I think it makes sense. I don't understand why the Magic want Andrew Wiggins. Maybe. Oh, okay. I don't want to renounce these guys. I actually do want to resign their qualifying offer. So, Vlad, can we get a next qualifying offer? I love to get him back. What does he say? Or I mean, his two-way contract. Like, he didn't want to sign a two-way contract, but if we can offer like a minimum, I'd love that. So he actually declined. Okay, I'm gonna lie. Vlad's being greedy. He know he's not getting an opportunity anywhere else. But sure, I'll come back on day two. But like I said, once we do this, I still don't want to sign some other players. So we have John Yakichonas, hero. We don't have a backup shooting guard, but Jovic could probably slide to the three. I mean, does he go up at the three? He goes to an 81, so we'll obviously take that. He'll go up to the three. So now we have two really good options I can start for us to come off the bench. We'll like that, and then we do need like a backup center still, which is something we still didn't install. We do need a backup five and probably like a backup guard, definitely. So backup centers, we don't have many, so maybe we should do that a little magic trade because we do need a backup center now. So Mitchell Robinson, like Zach Collins. I guess we can offer Zach Collins a contract. Who else is here though, man? No, I guess we'll go and get Zach Collins. Zach Collins for a year. He'll sign like a backup guard for the minimum. Tanner Shannon sitting here for whatever reason. Johnny Juzang. Let's see. We already wasted our biennial exception, so we can only offer a minimum contract now. So I guess there's where you can get Lonnie Walker the fourth for the minimum. I guess we'll take that. So not great by any means, but I'll take it, man. John Morant, I forgot to offer the two-way contract, but Obi Toppin is up, Yakachona is up. We'll see how we do this year. What are doing the Pacer trade, the Magic trade? That's a good question. I mean, we obviously chose the Pacer trade, but maybe we made a mistake. Who knows? But Yakachona is developing, which we need to see, and then Neesmith also doesn't develop in 2K. And all right, it's cool though. I like our team. I like our chances to win a championship this year. I like what we have to do. So 22-7 draft class, we'll go ahead and put that in. Then we'll look at this rotation. We'll also look at the system proficiency, see what Eric Spoelstra is even running. So Power England's the 13. Running a so pace and space system. His preferred system is a defensive system, but that doesn't work. So pace and space has and then balance. Could we get like a? No, I guess we can run pace and space. Leave it like that. We'll fix it. Let's see the pace and space. So Ja Hero, Neesmith, Wig. Ja Hero, Neesmith, Bam Adebayo, Cole Ware, Nikola Jovic, Obi Toppin, Zach Collins, and then we'll go 9 rotation and get Yakachona as an rotation. We'll leave something like that. Obviously, we could still upgrade this bench, but I like our chances of maybe win a championship this year. I'll see you at the end of the season. Nikola Jokic is your MVP, demands the Rookie of the Year in Washington. But at the end of the season, John Morant wins Clutch Player of the Year, averaging 30 points per game. So yeah, I really wanted to land him, and we were able to get him. He was the best superstar option we could have got. This guy, we trade for him. He's amazing at 2K, man. Coach of the Year, going to this Nuggets coach. We obviously don't know who that is, but John Morant made All NBA first team. Wonder if he was close for getting an MVP. That's interesting to think of. But at the end of the season, we finished off as the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's go, man. So NBA standings, we finished off 54-28, top of the Eastern Conference. So we can make it out the East. That would feel absolutely amazing. We had 30 from Ja with 5 rebounds and 8 assists. We had 25 from Tyler Hero. I actually tried to extend him at the deadline. Obviously, he's been a perfect star next to Ja. He didn't want to sign an extension, but obviously we're going to re-sign him in the offseason. Bam Adebayo with 16 points, 10 from Cole Ware, 10 from Aaron Neesmith. He was a great option, so we extended him. He averaged 10 points, 43% from 3, exactly what we need to do on good defense as well. Neesmith is huge for the Pacers, so it's crazy how we were able to get him and Obi Toppin. We had 8 from Zach Collins, 8 from Nikola Jovic. Obi Toppin didn't have the greatest season for us, but he's still at 81 overall off the bench, and the 6 from Jonas. He'll keep developing the those. I'm excited what we have now. They want to start Nikola Jovic, which is interesting. Well, do we beat the Orlando Magic in round 1? Suggs, Bane, Franz Wagner. This would be kind of a trap series if there was a trap series, but we'll see what we could do against Orlando as they're up 3-2 on us, man, and they're going to beat us in 6. So it's every video we get eliminated in round 1 by a seed, and it's so annoying. I can't lie. It's the most annoying thing in the world how that happens, but I'm running it back another year. Usually it's just a fluke when that happens. It's so annoying that 2 guys to do that, but I'm going to run it back another year. I'm not going to get mad. I'm just going to go ahead and run it back, bro. Brooklyn's going to get 1. Eric Spoelstra. Wait, do the Bulls have that pick again? Because they're going to send it back to Portland. So, yeah, it's lottery protected. Might eventually have to fix that because we know probably the Blazers aren't going to make the playoffs at this point. So, send that pick back to Portland. Lottery protected in 2027. So, I'm gonna do that. Send it back to Portland. Then Spoelstra, I'm going to keep as the head coach, I guess. And I'm excited, but at the same time, that will keep us ruin everything. But John Morant, this team will keep developing. We'll just add a better bench, hopefully. I like Zach Collins, but I don't know if he's like backup center option. So Charlotte has our pick at 27. I don't remember what trade that is. Oh, actually, it might be the Terry Rozier trade, actually, now I think about it. But Cole Ware and Jakob Jonas, Vlad Goldman, Keyshawn Johnson. We'll see if they want to come back. And free agency, we have Tyler Hero. We have to pay him his money. Maybe that for $44 million. But after the season we just had, I feel like we have to pay him right after the season he just had as well. Tyler Hero will get the back from us. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pay Tyler Hero his money. So we still need a backup shooting guard and a backup center. Since Obi Toppin had the best season, do we consider trading him? I mean, probably not. Probably just running back into the year, like I said. So I would love to get maybe like a younger backup center. I like Zach Collins, but if he's one to sign again, I'd obviously take him back. But we'll see if we can maybe get somebody different. So day 12, we'll see. So Isaiah Harden sign? Would he be want to sign? No. You'd expect a 60 million, but when they go click here, it's 27 million. So they're just so cap, bro. All right. Jalen Williams, not able to get him. Clark, I guess maybe getting. What about Daron Sharp? Daron Sharp, would he want to sign? He declined me. Okay. Okay. So who else do we have? I mean, any standards can move this. So I guess we can just re-sign Zach Collins. I guess it's cool. but he tends to regress a lot in 2K, which I am used to. But we can offer him like a 2-year deal now, and then we could also use new backup shooting guards with Jordan Goodwin. Do you want to sound like a vet minute? Come here, okay, you would, and then we'll just probably leave it like that. And then we offer like a Lindy Waters. Never mind, we have any offers left, so we're just gonna assume Mossy was a fluke, like I said. Okay, progression though, Yakashona is up to a 84. Keshad Johnson has developed like really good. So what is overall be at small forward? Because maybe we can actually he can actually play this year. So Keshad Johnson might be in the rotation this year. We'll have to see how we're gonna run things, but Keshad Johnson might actually play. I mean, like I said, if we can I don't want to bench Neef. I mean, we'll figure it out. Jovic has already probably surpassed him. I mean, we'll figure it out, obviously. But Keshad Johnson was come back as qualifying offer for so many years. I didn't even realize he was going to be this good, honestly. But 2028 draft class, I'm going to download that. But, man, I'm honestly impressed to see Keshad Johnson developing like that. I completely almost forgot about him, but he is up to now 80 overall. He's going to be a rotational player for this team. So, Ja Hero, dude, they want to start him. They want to start Keshad Johnson. I mean, if they want to do that, we'll move probably Neesmith to shooting guards. We can obviously even out the rotation. But, I mean, thanks for him. I mean, this makes the bench even better. I still want to get a better backup center out the trade deadline. I'm going to see if we can pursue that. Maybe like using Zach Collins and Goodwin's contract. Maybe a future first. We'll figure it out. But I think we'll be better this year with the emergence of Keshad Johnson. We're at the deadline. I'm going to see if I can trade for Clint Capella. He was my number one option. The limit is at $7 million to steal. And I'd love to get him on this team to be our backup center in Miami. So here's what I'm going to offer for him. I'm not going to offer him. We're going to offer Zach Collins. He's not playing much minutes for us. I'm going to offer Zach Collins and Jordan Goodwin to get the deal. All right, so we'll probably only take Zach Collins. They'll tell like Zach Collins in a second. No, they want a first. And I mean, this first really isn't valuable because we're obviously a great team. So sure. I mean, I'll do it. It's for Capella. I mean, the first isn't valuable, so it's going to be our protected pick that's valuable. So, I mean, I'll do it. So, welcome to the team, Capella. That does kick out Neesmith. Or, yeah, that obviously not gives Neesmith that much minutes. He was playing really good for us when he was starting, but he's not really a starter anymore. It sucks. The emergence of Keyshawn Johnson really messed him up. I mean, the contract he gave him probably isn't really worth it now, but I mean, he's still a good player. Johnson's averaging 9, he gets 36% from 3, 5 rebounds. He's a good defensive player, I guess. But all right, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. EP at the end of the season. For John Morant, once again, clutch player of the year, averaged 29 points per game once again on really good three-point shooting as well. Something he usually used to doing, but he's shooting amazing from three in this video. The air exposure coach of the year. 58 and 24 on the season. We obviously finished off as the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're the best team in the league. I mean, we were tied for the best record. Points per game wise, we were 4th, so we're top 5 in points per game in the whole NBA. Defensively, points allowed per game, you obviously want to be at the bottom of this. We were, we were okay. So obviously, we didn't have the best defense in the world, which is something we have to take note of, obviously. But it'll get better over time. Obi Toppin is cold in the rotation. I'm going to shrink our rotation down to a 9-man rotation. Sucks Obi Toppin's cold, but he'll still have to play for us, honestly, unless we do go to an 8-man rotation. But we got the Pistons in round 1. Beat this team a couple years ago, but it's obviously different now. We'll see what happens as we are. Dude, I'll be pissed if we lose round 1 again. But we're going to go to a game 7. Let's not allow this to happen. How's Obi Toppin playing the rotation? We have to shrink her down again. Okay, he's on fire now, so I guess we could leave him in. But game 7, whoa, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be so mad if we lose, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We are gonna go to round 2, right? Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to round 2. Okay, 128 and 102. Now we got the Milwaukee Bucks. They have Scottie Pippen, Cameron Thomas, G. Jackson, Giannis Turner, Tori Abusele, and Tyler Smith. Okay, so game 1, they're gonna take game 2. We ended up game 3. They're up 2-1. Ended up 2-2. This game a little 3-2. Could beat them in 6. Yes, we can. Okay, now we got Indiana in round 3. Indiana actually had an RJ Barrett to their team, so they still got Andrew Wiggins. So we'll see how this goes. So Tyrese, Nemhard, RJ Barrett is a really interesting. I guess that's a good addition. What did he sign for? The minimum. Of course he did. I mean, I don't know what I expected. Of course, the Pacers on cap space, and then Andrew Wiggins, they still have him as well. So yeah, he ended up being pretty good for them. So I guess it was a good trade for both sides. They still had a good depth. So I mean, I don't know, bro. Don't know where RJ Barrett came from. That's dumb in my opinion. But Game one, we're gonna take game two. They ended up game three. They're up 2-1. We ended up 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're gonna go to another game seven. So game seven, whoever has to play the Pelicans. So we'll see if we can get this done. So game seven in Miami in the Bay. We'll see if we can get this done. So South Beach is gonna lose this one to the Indiana Pacers. So it sucks, but you know we're right there, man. We're right there. We're one game away from the finals. Andrew Wiggins definitely got his revenge, dropping 31 points on us. I'll give him that. But RJ Barrett won't be here next time, Indiana. I'm just letting you guys know the reason why I want it is because of RJ Barrett, and he won't be here next year. So get ready for the Miami Heat next year because they're coming. And this is our only chance we didn't have to deal with Dallas. We really had to play the Pelicans. This team didn't look too good, honestly. So, but somehow the Pacers weren't a good team. It was just RJ Barrett, man. It sucks, but when 2K lets you sign veteran minimum contracts like that, it sucks. Not gonna lie, it's so annoying. The CPU gets to do it, but not me. Trust me, I wish I could sign RJ Barrett and film in that small floor like that. Eric Sports didn't retire. I got scared. He didn't retire, but we'll re-sign him obviously. So, but yeah, I don't know why 2K allows that. Hopefully 2K26 can fix that. But we don't have a first round pick. First round pick does go to the Houston Rockets. It was gonna be a late first anyway, so we're cooling on that. Jonas are gonna accept. Cole Ware and Keshad Johnson will have to get paid this year, which I guess I'm cool with. But if you're asking for a bag, then that's for only, let's see, 20 million. I think we can get back his qualifying offer. But okay, let's get the paying. So Cole Ware gonna have to pay him. John Morant gonna have to get the bag, and then we'll wait on the rest of the guys. But okay, so Johnson, he's restricted. Clint Capella, I traded for you. Now we're gonna have to pay you. So after this, we'll probably be above the second apron, which I am aware of at this point. And then, yeah. So what are we now? Are we above the second apron? We probably are at this point. After we pay the rest of the guys, we probably are. So we just need obviously small forward and backup. So we need forwards, obviously. And that is all of our forwards sitting here in free agency. So we'll re-sign Obi Toppin. I mean, we're on day 12 with them, right? Nobody's gonna sign them on day 12, or anybody's gonna offer them those contracts. So especially Nikola, you'll be asking for freaking almost max money at this point. So day 12, let's see who's available. So Obi Toppin lasts for 9 million. I waited for this, so we can to like a 1 year deal, maybe even like freaking 6 million. So we'll do something like that. Nikola Jovic, I guess we could just pay him his money, like I said at this point. And then Keshad Johnson, if he comes back as qualifying offer, I'll take that so we can save at least some money in this. Damn, okay, so we'll do that. Keshad Johnson comes back, which we love. Yeah, John Morant, Bam Adebayo, Kolo Ware, Jonas. I want to see if we can maybe trade Nikola Jovic. He's been good, but not that good for me to like keep him throughout the video. So we'll see if we can trade him now or at the deadline. But that's something I want to do, trade Nikola Jovic away, because I feel like we could get something better from not gonna lie with you, because hasn't been that great for us. Like he's been okay, and the 3-point percentage hasn't been through the roof anyway for me to keep him. He shot 35% on the dot, which I guess is cool, but like I said, he easily could have shot 34%. So yeah, Jovic is my option to trade at the trade line. So we might just take a chill, maybe just run it back a year, but we'll see. We'll see. I have to look at the rotation, obviously, but I want to check the center efficiency again. So power England is 10th, efficiency, pace and space. That's our best thing. That's our best thing. So yeah, pace and space is by far our best thing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 star values or something like that. So Hero, Johnson, I guess we'll start once again. I would love for him to be more efficient this year. Bam, Cole Ware, Jonas, Capella, Jovic, Bam Adebayo, or not Bam Adebayo. I already said his name. And Obi Toppin has your rotation. And then we could get 10 man and get Neesmith in there, but we'll see how we do this season. Wembanyama is your MVP this year, but at the end of this season, we finished off as the number 1 seed once again in the Eastern Conference. Hoping for some playoff success, man. But the Pacers don't have RJ Barrett anymore. They stopped this last year. Made the conference finals, got eliminated in the first round, the second seed. Now it's time to make the finals. It's only right, man. 24 from Ja. This is the first time he's not like averaging almost 30, which is interesting, but that probably won't matter, obviously. Jonas took a big step this year. That's probably the reason why he averaged 17 points per game off the bench. Of course, it's right before his contract year. So if we lose this year, we might be cooked. But 12 from Bam, 11 from Cole Ware, 10 from Keshad Johnson. He was more efficient this year. He's a good three-point shooter, John. I'm surprised. I don't know. I expect Keshad Johnson to start for us, but by the end of this video, but he did 7-6. I did explore making him with the deadline, but I decided against it to see how this team does. I'll go 8-man rotation this year. We got Charlotte in round one. So LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Conklin Apple. I feel like this is the trap series once again. They got Bradley Beal off the bench. Let me guess, the veteran minimum contract? Yep, to the minimum. All right. Game one, we're going to take. Hopefully, we can just cycle past this team, though. But we're up 3-1. We're going to beat them 5. Thank goodness. I got scared of that matchup. But now we got Atlanta. And Indiana's gone. I wanted my revenge on them. I'm not going to lie with you. But I'm fine with Atlanta, too. So no longer our trend. They got Davion Mitchell, Dyson Daniels, Rita Shea, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, Dash Daniels, Cam Christie, Carter Bryant, Todd Pettiford, and then Nikhil Walker. So we'll see if we beat them. I'm not gonna lie, a hot take I have, like, if the let's say you know how the Pelicans traded that pick to the Atlanta Hawks, it's probably gonna be a lottery pick. What if that pick ends up being like 1 or 2, and they draft like a Darren Peterson or Eddie DeBanza? I feel like the Hawks would be comfortable letting Trae Young go after they go ahead and if that pick ends up being a lottery pick and they end up getting like Darren Peterson or AJ DeBanza with that pick. I think I might do a video on that. Maybe like just getting rid of Trae Young, but we'll see if we can be Atlanta though. They're gonna take game one. They're gonna take game two, and as soon as I say that, they're gonna absolutely sweep us, huh? Well, getting eliminated in round two is definitely a step back. This is not where I want it to be, honestly. I don't know how we're on 3-0 to this team. I didn't expect to be, but we're in the verge of getting swept right now, and we are gonna get swept by the Atlanta Hawks. I'm absolutely just freaking disgusted, man. Like, of course we get swept to the Hawks. Do I even consider going back another year at this point, or is this over? The Hawks really won the championship, or not have to deal with Dallas, bro. Give me a break, dude. We could have easily beat this Pistons team with Aaron Bradshaw center, dude. He's a 72. We could have easily. Why do we have to get swept by the of all teams? I think I'll go one last season on this. This is just so annoying, bro. I don't understand. Jaden McDaniels. I look for like bona fide 3-and-D options, and if we can get our bona fide 3-and-D option, Jaden McDaniels, a great defender, a great three-point shooter, I'm gonna offer Jovic. I'm finally trading Obi Top at this point. He hasn't been, let's be honest, he hasn't been good since we traded for him. And then a 2033 unprotected pick. I thought I landed Jaden McDaniels, but maybe the second changes something. Another second. Didn't change anything. All right. Okay. Never mind. Last trade here, and I want to go after the Minnesota Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels, or the Portland Trail Blazers is Tamale Kamara. One of those guys. They're both rebuilding. Everybody's rebuilding at this point. So one of those guys I'd love to get. Obviously, McDaniels would be the dream option here. We'd be the best starting small forward we can add at this point. Like I said, this is a bona fide 3-and-D starting small forward spot. I'm gonna offer Nikola Jovic and either Obi Toppin or Aaron Nesmith. I think I'm gonna offer Obi Toppin because he hasn't really provided much as we traded for him. I mean, sure, you could say he's a good lob threat, maybe a solid three-point shooter, but he hadn't shot over 33% from these we traded for him. So obviously, we're gonna offer him and then maybe a first-round pick to get it done. What do they say? They agree. Jay McDaniels, welcome to welcome to Miami. Bama's regressing, but Capella's gone down one overall. But after this, I feel that's our final move to win a championship. We'll see if that's the final move. Flag is your MVP. The final season we finished off as the number 3 seed. So the first time not the number 1 seed. So maybe that proves something. I feel like we could have won so many times, but I feel like last year was definitely our year. But dude, I don't know. I have no questions for last year. No answers, let's just say. But got the Bucks in round 1, final season. 25 from Ja, 21 from Hero. Yakatonas is taking the third step, which we need him to. 15 from Bam, 14, 11, 6, 5, and 5. So got McDaniels now. He haven't come off the bench. I'm gonna start him. I mean, I don't see the point of coming off the bench. I'm gonna start Jaden McDaniels, and here we go. We got Milwaukee in round 1. How old is Giannis? Only 35. I mean, I hope we don't lose this team. We'll see, though. We are going to go ahead and beat them in 6. Now we got the Washington Wizards in round 2. McCoy, Trey Johnson, DeBanza, Azenuel, Alex Arth. This is a great team. I can't lie with you. We're going to take game 1, take game 2. They're going to take game 3. We're going to take game 4, and we're going to beat them in 5. So now we got the Atlanta Hawks in the conference finals. They got Dash and Dyson together. Rita Shea, Johnson, Okongwu, Gaskins, Todd Pettiford, Jairus Walker. Go ahead and take game 1. Just that we're 3 games away from going. Why do they want to keep trying to bench our guy, bro? I mean, I like Keshad Johnson, but McDaniels is right now the better fit we need in the starting 5 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and still go and continue to bench and start Jaden McDaniels. So something like that still once again. So game 2, hopefully we're going to take game 3. Can we sweep them? Yes, we're going to sweep them. Okay.
Now we got either New Orleans or Dallas. We got New Orleans, so I haven't played Dallas the whole video, so I'm ecstatic about that. New Orleans has been cooking in the sim, dude. So who knows? Maybe this team is actually the team to beat. They just don't look good on paper, but for some reason they're so good, man. DeJounte Hawkins, like this team is actually not that good on. With Derek Queen as your best player, I'd not expect this team to be this good, but sober, I can't. I am trying to figure out what's the reason why the. I guess they just have a bunch of good role players. They just have a bunch of good players that contribute to winning. I guess that's how I see it. Like I don't really get it. I don't really understand this team. But we'll see if we win though. We're gonna take game one. How is this team so better than us though? I mean, how is this team better than the whole league? I don't understand that. But all right, we can see if we can even this series back up. I think we can beat this team though. I think we can get it done. We'll see what happens here. So and then we even it back up. Yes, okay. Huge game. We win by 2. Now, game 3, we're back in New Orleans. We're gonna see if we can go ahead and go 3-2. Shout out to the Pels though, man. They've somehow put together a great team without Zion. Something happened to Jeremiah Fears, and we're gonna lose this one. So yeah, there's Jeremiah Fears left and free. It's the only reason I can see happening. But now we're down 3-2. So honestly, I really don't want to lose here in the NBA Finals, but this is the final season. We'll see what happens here. As if we get forced to game 7, which is looking like we're going to do so far. Okay, we're going to force to game 7, 115 and 102. Jonas is huge in the playoffs, averaging 21 and a half in the playoffs, 23 from Johnson with 6 threes. We need this to happen again. We don't need Ja to have 9 points and have 6 turnovers again and shoot 4 for 12. We can't have that happening. These guys stepped up, so we need that happen again. Game 7. Here we go to win the NBA championship. Let's at least put up a fight, man. Let's at least we have the lead right now. Let's keep it. Come on. Okay, we are up right now. We're up, and we're up by 12 with about 1 minute left. We have won the championship. Let's go. I stepped up big time. We needed a get back game from that. Just like that, we've won the NBA championship Finals MVP going to John Morant. So we finally get it done, which I'm absolutely happy about that. So yeah, we got it done. John Morant was the best move we could have done at the beginning of the video. So that we just figured out the rest by there. So shout out to Jonas too. He ended up becoming a good player after I doubted he could become rotational player the first couple of years, but then he ended up being really good. So excited about that. He helped us out. We don't win this without Jonas. McDaniel Shade helped us out as well. But hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.